Hi everyone, Jen Roque here at stampcampwithjen.com. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Summerfield, Florida. Today I want to show you this adorable little treat holder, I guess, that I made, treat book. It is using the Nothing's Better Than bundle, specifically the Love You More Than dies, and the black glimmer paper. This example has some retired ribbon, but the example that I'm going to show you uses current ribbon so that you can use either one you have, or if you need supplies, you can always order them through me. So when you open this up here, we tie it, it's like a little book. And when you open it up, it has this cute little Hershey's milk chocolate Build-A-Santa, and I just put Merry Christmas. This is where you could write your note to whoever you're giving this to. So these would be great neighbor gifts, or if you're having a party or a get together, or maybe you just want to mail this out to a loved one. This would be fantastic. So I'm going to show you how to make this little treat book, and also I will have the link to where I got these Hershey's Santas in the description on my YouTube post and in my blog. I got these from my local Target. So, all right, so I'm going to show you how to do this. So first we're going to start making this buffalo background. And I'm going to show you how to do that using our handy dandy Stamparatus. So I have my Stamparatus here, and because the buffalo cling stamp is a foam stamp, we're going to remove this foam pad that comes with the Stamparatus, okay? So I'm going to take my foam stamp out here and set it to the side for a second. Now I have a piece of real red that's 3.5 by 6.5. And what we're going to do is you want to have a slightly larger piece of cardstock than what you actually need, because when you're using these big background stamps, you need it a little bit longer than the stamp itself so that you have somewhere to attach this magnet to. And also because if you stamp near the spine here, you're not going to get as good of an impression because it's raised up a little bit. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to move my my real red piece. I'm going to move it to the, you can see there's these big long square lines. So there's little squares in here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's like a little bit of a bolder line that outlines that 4 by 4 of the little squares. So that's about 1 inch, and then I'm going to move it to about 2 inches out. And then I'm going to take my magnet, I'm going to move my Stamparatus up so you can see a little bit better. I'm going to take my magnet, I'm going to put it right at the very bottom here, and I'm going to butt this end up against the edge where the spines are. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our cling stamp here, and I'm going to use the grid lines here as a guide to make sure that my stamp is centered where I want it to be. And you're going to have a little bit on the edge here, on the top here, and the bottom, and that's perfectly okay, because like I said, we're going to cut it down when we're done. So we're going to flip our plate over to make sure that it is that the stamp is adhered to the plate. And then what I like to do is I like to put my stamp case under the plate just so that you have a level area to stamp onto. So now we're going to take our Memento ink pad, and I'm just gonna rub it all over. You don't even have to push up and down, you just gotta make sure that that ink has an even layer here, okay? Make sure that there's no fuzzies on your stamp from maybe a baby wipe or dog hair or anything like that, because that will definitely not give you as good of an impression. You'll have little marks where those fuzzies are. So you want to make sure your stamp is completely clean. We're going to pop it over here. I'm going to press down. I'm going to rub all over. Try to get a really good impression here. And let's see what happens. Fingers crossed. Okay. That's all right, we still have a few little marks, but we don't need to re-ink it. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna flip it right back over, and we're gonna put even more pressure on there. And really make sure that we get that ink to transfer into that paper. And we'll just keep doing this until we're happy with the result. And it doesn't have to be perfect all the way around either, because it's going to get covered up with our little decoration with the saying on the front. So if it's not completely perfect everywhere, that's okay. Still a little spotty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here with a little bit more ink. And I'm just going to ink it up and give it another go here. And you may have to do this a couple times. That's okay. It's not a problem at all. And I'm actually going to stand up, put all my body weight behind it, press it down. A lot better. It's still got a few little spots, but that's okay. It's, for the most part, it's a perfect impression. It's not going to be completely perfect. As we know with all stamping, we have some imperfections sometimes. Let's see here. I wonder, maybe I'll try to clean my stamp off and try it again. I'm going to try to clean just one more time. Okay. I'm going to get a little rag here, because I really don't want those little spots. And they could be little fuzzies from, like I said, like a baby wipe or a rag or something, but that's okay. We'll try it again. That's the beauty of the Stamparatus. That's why you have it all in one spot. And you can just re-ink as you need to. Okay, let's try one more time. I just want to get some of those little imperfections out. Much better. You can see there's a little bit more spotting in the middle in some of those pieces, but that's okay. We are just gonna press on, because some of that's gonna get cut away too, like towards the top, but that's a really good impression, honestly. So just keep trying. Like I said, I'm actually pretty happy with that because it's got a pretty good clean area, and we're gonna cut some of this down and trim it, so that's good. So like I said, the big tip with this is to just keep stamping and re-inking as you need to, as you see you might need to, and make sure that you don't have any little fuzzies on your stamp, because that will definitely make it have a lot of spots if you have anything stuck to the stamp. So okay, so now we're done with that part. So now we're gonna trim it down here. So I'm gonna trim it down. First I'm gonna trim the top section off so that we just have that stamped image. Okay, and now I'm going to measure. Where did my measurements go here? Because the width is already, 3.5, so we need to make sure the length is 5 3/8. So we're gonna go down here and trim that. And now we have our buffalo stamped background image, okay? So we can set that aside here. And now I'm going to show you how to make the little letters here. So first we're gonna grab our black glitter paper, okay? And now I've taken an adhesive sheet and cut it in half, because these are 12 inches by 6 inches, and I cut it in half to make it 6 by 6. So if you notice, these sheets here, they have a couple of little scored lines where you can pull the backing off. So we're just gonna remove that backing. And I'm actually only gonna take 2 off for now. And I'm gonna flip my black glitter paper over. This section is very, very sticky, so try not to touch it too much because you want that stickiness, that tackiness to stay. So I'm just gonna line it up with the edge of the black glimmer paper here. Smooth it out as best I can. We're basically just making a big sticker out of this paper. Now I'm gonna fold this section over that still has the other panel, the backing panel, and I am going to remove, if I can get it to come off here. There we go. I'm going to remove the backing, and we're just gonna slide it on there. Okay, and now I've just made a big sticker sheet out of this black glimmer paper. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna grab my embossing machine, and we are going to use the Love You More Than dies, and I'm going to die cut Love You More Than and Chocolate, okay? So with this paper, because it's so thick, make sure before you die cut that you don't have any rogue pieces of paper left in here from a previous cut, because if you have any paper stuck in here and you go to die cut with this thick glimmer paper, it's not going to cut all the way through. All right. So I'm going to grab my machine here, and the die cut sandwich is a number 1 plate. Oops, you can't see that. A number 1 plate, a number 2 plate, a number 3 plate here. Then we're gonna put our dies with our little sticker backing up here. And then I'm gonna grab my other number 3 plate and put it on top. And we're gonna just roll this through. And you normally don't have to go through twice, but because this is such a thick piece, I rolled it forward and then backward again, just to make sure that it went through. I think we might need to cut it a little bit more. That's okay. I just want to make sure that it cuts. Where'd it go? There we go. I'm gonna do it just a few more times to really make sure that that die cut gets cut, because like I said, normally with regular paper it's not an issue, but because this paper is so thick and then we have the adhesive backing on there, I'm gonna roll it through a few times just to really make sure that it cuts it out. And that seemed to help do the trick. So let's put this off to the side. All right. So now we can take, I'm actually just gonna leave them here because if I try to peel them off, because the sticker part is still kind of stuck on there, if I try to take them off, actually we can put them on our stitched label here. So I have the second largest of the stitched nested dies right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our sticker, we're gonna remove it from the backing, and we'll use our project here as a little guide. So we'll put the love in the middle. Okay. And then that's what I love about these adhesive sheets. We just made a big sticker. It's gonna make it so easy for this to stick on here. And it just peels right off of there. more. And then just peel it where you can. There we go. Really wanted to stick on there for some reason. Then, so this glitter paper actually is a carryover item from the mini catalog, so you'll be able to get this all year long. I really love this project. I love buffalo check patterned anything at Christmas time, so I kind of had this project in my mind for a while and then sat down one day and put this together, and I just thought it was so cute. We're actually going to make this at my stamp camp class this month, and I think the girls are going to love it. Okay, I'm just making sure that my little pieces and the O and the L are actually out here. Oh, I did cocktails instead of chocolate. I'm so silly. Okay, well, you get the idea. I'm gonna die cut chocolate later. I didn't even realize I took cocktails in there. Okay, well, I'll do chocolate later, but you get the point. So you just put it on there. Okay, and then, actually, let me do that real quick while I'm on here with you, because I want you guys to see what it looks like. So you really only need to run this through twice, like forward and backward, because that sticker is gonna stick on there. I had no problem. I just ran this forward once and ran it backward once. And then if it doesn't cut through the sticker, that's not a problem at all, because you want it to peel off of the adhesive sheet anyway. So, all right, we're gonna put chocolate, not cocktails, on there. I don't know why I did that. Oh, it's one of those days, I guess. All right, so we got chocolate right there. Okay, and it's gonna be off to the side a little bit. It's a little bit wider, but that's okay. All right, so now we are going to take, we have a piece of basic black. It's 7 5/8 by 5 1/2, and I've scored it at 3 5/8 and 4 inches, okay? And so now we are going to fold on those creases, and this is what makes that basic book piece, okay? Our base here. Okay, so now we're gonna take our buffalo plaid piece that we made, and we're just gonna put, you're gonna have, I'm gonna put it up here so you can see, you're gonna have the teensiest border all the way around, so you just wanna center it right there. So we're gonna take our Stampin' Seal and go all the way around, and I like to do a little piece in the middle there. And we're just gonna center this. There we go. All right, now on the back side of this is where we're gonna put our sentiment piece. So I cut another piece of Whisper White that's the same size as that buffalo plaid. It's 3 1/2 by 5 3/8. So what I'm gonna do is I wanna put Merry Christmas right here. So I'm gonna get some real red ink, and I am just taking the Merry Christmas from the Tag Buffet stamp set. This is actually retiring, so if you wanna get this set, I think you have until January 4th to get it. So go ahead and grab that one before it's gone. I just love the letters in this one. I think it's really pretty. So we're gonna do Merry Christmas right at the top, and then if you wanna write your message now, you can. I would write your message before you put this piece on the front here, because you're gonna have dimensionals and stuff, and so it's gonna be kind of funky to try to write anything in there. You can do it, of course, or you could even write your message and put this in at the very last moment after you've decorated it, which might be the best way to do it. But for this video, I am going to just go ahead and put it in now so you can see what it looks like. Now, for our chocolate bar here, what I'm gonna do, just so these end pieces don't stick out when you have it closed, I'm gonna fold these back, and I'm gonna take some Scotch tape here, and we're just gonna fold these back and tape them down, just so it looks pretty and that stuff's not sticking out. Okay, and now it kind of fits in there and looks really nice. So we are gonna take a couple glue dots and put those on the back of our chocolate bar here. Just put 2 glue dots there. And then we're just gonna center him and push those glue dots down. So now he's stuck in there. And our little book closes. We're almost there, almost done. Okay, so now we're gonna put a piece of tear and tape in the middle, and this is what our ribbon is gonna stick to here. There we go. Okay, so we're only putting tear and tape on the back side. You're gonna put it kind of in the middle. Okay. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut, this is the Real Red double stitch satin ribbon. For my example, I use, this is retired ribbon that I had on hand when I first made this project. This is the 1/2 inch black satin ribbon that's now retired. I really like how it looks with that, but I know not everybody can get it, so I wanted to do this project with a ribbon that you could actually get on hand now. So we are going to get ruler here. So we're gonna get about 2 feet of ribbon. 1, 2, about. Okay, and then I'm gonna cut the ribbon with my paper snips. Okay. Now we are going to take the ribbon, and you need a little bit for it for you to be able to tie it. So we're gonna try to kind of have it centered on there, about like that. So now that we have it about where we want, we'll take the tear and tape backing off. Okay. And now we will adhere the ribbon to the tear and tape, and that kind of holds it in place there. And so now what I want to do is I just want it kind of laying over the top here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put the Love You More over the top of it, but we're gonna use some dimensionals to keep it in place. So I wanna put dimensionals on the top and the bottom just to kind of keep the ribbon about where I want it. We don't need to adhere the ribbon down per se, but then we're gonna put dimensionals on the rest of the stitch label. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put one at the top, one at the bottom, and then we're going to put some on the sides, and that should be plenty towards the top and the bottom. That's lots of dimensionals, but this will ensure that it's flat and even when we put it down on our project here. Okay. And you could adhere this down. Maybe I will, just to make sure that it doesn't go anywhere. Let's actually do that. We just gonna give it some extra stability here so we know that ribbon's not gonna come loose. There's no reason why we need to leave it loose. So we'll just get the ribbon adhered to the booklet itself. Okay, and now we will take our die cut and center that on the front. Perfect, just like that. And then we're gonna tie just a basic ribbon on the side here. And then we will trim as we need to. cute is that? And I will tie this other one so you can see what they both look like with the black and the red. And then you can pick and decide which ribbon you like best with it. All right, and there you have it. 2 little chocolate treat holders with a build your own Santa chocolate bar inside. All right, guys, well, I hope that you have really enjoyed this project today. If you need any of the supplies for this project, make sure that you purchase them through my online store. Don't forget the giant year-end closeout is going on right now. They have, Stampin' Up! Has a huge list of products from the August through December 2020 mini catalog, and some of them are marked down up to 50% off. So make sure that you shop on my online store, and don't forget that anybody that makes a purchase of at least $50 before shipping and tax will get my free monthly gift if you use my host code this month. My gift this month is the Elegant Faceted Gems. So feel free to reach out to me anytime, and don't forget to leave a comment and let me know what you think about this project. All right, guys, well, until next time, stay safe and happy stamping. I'll see you soon. Bye.